Namaste, Marcus again. Been quite a while since the last video. There's been a lot going on, needless to say. It's now a few days before the Lion Gate is fully open. So it's the 5th of August 2022. I did have a message a while ago, some years back, from the Arcturians saying, you don't understand love. You only understand very basic sides of the physical aspects of love and haven't really understood yet the true aspect of love. And at the time they said, love is unity. And of course, unity is everything that we call God, Supreme Being, whatever name you want to use. And for us, we are totally connected to that unity. And we're in service to that unity, as are the star beings who come here to help and guide us, protect us, and keep us safe and well in our journey. And they help us immensely behind the scenes. And we talk a lot about the downloads we're getting. You know, we've been getting these downloads for several years. A lot of that has been organized, let's say, not orchestrated as much, but some ways orchestrated by these beings of light and love we call Arcturians, Lyrans, Andromedans, Pleiadians. There's a long, long list. I only connect with a few, but there's lots of people connect with a lot of these different beings. There's also the Elohim, who helped create all that we know in physicality. There's also the archangels, who are our connection between the unity and of our known existence. So there's lots of beings out there that we, if we're ignorant of a connection with them because we haven't experienced it, we might say, oh, it's just fantasy. It's just something from your imagination. And until you experience it for yourself or see the reaction to yourself from these connections, you could well believe that. I can only tell you from my own experience. And my own experience is that they definitely exist, but not in the physical sense, not physically exist like us. They exist on a much higher dimension, a higher level of consciousness, if you like. And they can and do come down to our levels to communicate with us. So one of the reasons I've been pushing people to raise their consciousness to 5D and to receive the Metatron and the Arcturian healing that I'm able to transmit. The main reason for this healing is to clear your channel so you can connect with these 4th and 5th dimensions. That gives you access to these dimensions so that you can connect with archangels, with star beings, with your angels, with other beings in the higher 4th dimension. We're coming up to the Lion's Gate, fully opening. And I had a message last week about light codes. And for many, many years now, I've been getting told that our DNA is changing. Our new strands of DNA are going to be opening. And we're going to become these human beings being human. That's the phrase I've been using for at least 2018. That's when they've been telling me this from. It's 4 years now. It's finally upon us. One of the great events of this Lion's Gate fully opening are these light codes are coming through thick and fast now. And I've noticed that the downloads, energy from the downloads, the feeling of the downloads is different. These last, excuse me, these last year at least, the energy feels different that we're getting in the downloads. And now we're feeling these light code transmissions. And I've got physical understanding of this. I actually received this not so long ago from a friend who can channel these light codes through for us. My wife also. And last night as well, we were blessed to be able to receive more of these light codes. And my information is, and I'll tell you how my information is in a minute. My information is that these light codes are being sent to us with the job and with the understanding that they're going to help open up these new strands of DNA. They're opening up these new strands of DNA, making them activated. They've always been there. We know, science knows how many strands of DNA there are. I can't remember the exact number there are, something like 8 or 13, and we use 2 or 3 of them. And some of them we have used before, and they're coming back to us. Things like being psychic, being telekinesis, being able to do these psychic things, and things that we now are starting to become more aware of that we can do. And more people are going to be having these strands opening up. And so are going to be able to do some of these things. They're going to realize that they're feeling what people are thinking, what people are saying about. I don't want you to get paranoid about that. Don't be thinking, oh, everyone's horrible. No one likes me. They're all thinking terrible things. Not that, okay? No paranoia here. But people are going to become more aware. And I did a talk. I'm on Clubhouse now. I have been for a year, well, since the beginning of this year. I spend a lot of time there every week doing talks. And well, I do one talk a week. It takes me a week to sort it out. But most of the information is downloaded to me from my guides. And what I do now on Clubhouse, I did a room last week, the Colours of Ascension. Go and have a listen if you're on Clubhouse to that. That is all about these downloads as well. And it's very interesting. And the guidance I received from that, because I was receiving these downloads in colours. And when I was receiving those, I realized what was going on. I knew it was the DNA being triggered and triggered to open. And the Lion's Gate is that time of great awakening. So, of course, this is that time now, the great awakening of human beings finally being human. And you may or you may not be aware of it. And if you are aware of it, if you feel these light codes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You will definitely feel them. One of the feelings I was getting with the colours is a feeling of bliss, a feeling of connection to the oneness, a great overall feeling of unity, connection to the all, and peaceful, lovely, blissful feeling. That is a clue. If you get these things, that's what could be happening. And during this receiving, you won't notice what's opening, what isn't opening. In due time, and it's only a few days till the Lion's Gate fully open, and it stays open for at least a week, I would think. So these rays will be coming through. And this is how we get woken and how we get downloaded. These rays come to us through the physical sense, through our universe, through the solar winds, through the gateways opening and allowing these rays to come to us. And it's funny, people might say, oh, that's a load of rubbish, it doesn't exist. I remember when in the 60s, when I was aware of what did we call them? They're cosmic rays. As a hippie, you wouldn't believe I had hair down here, would you? But as a hippie, we talked a lot about cosmic rays and things of that ilk. And of course, people thought we were mad anyway, because we were always off our heads thinking about these things. Years later, it becomes common knowledge cosmic rays really exist, because science has the equipment to measure what these things are. And as we get the equipment and tools to measure these things, and scientists have the understanding to look at ways of how to measure them, then all these things will become common knowledge, as they are now. I think that's all for today. I'm looking forward to another video at some point soon to discuss exactly what's been happening to you since this Lion Gate's opened. And I would love you to leave comments in the video if you're listening to this on YouTube. And I'll be putting this up very soon before the Lion's Gate. Thank you for listening. I'm here for anyone if they want to have any further understanding on this. Do have a look at the Bain Clan website. Also, have a look at our Patreon page now. There'll be links on the video for that. Namaste. Have a lovely month. We look forward to speaking to you again soon. And enjoy the Lion Gates opening.